Hello, everyone, and welcome to yet another episode of Stories of Swer. Today, I have someone with me in my living room studio who I have very recently, just about an hour back, labeled him as the poster boy. Poster boy of what? Poster boy of somebody who very beautifully balances his physical wellness with his mental wellness. Welcome, Akash. It's so beautiful, so wonderful to have you sitting right in front of me. We've had a lot of conversations on the screen on a computer, but it's the first time that we are having a in-person discussion one to one. And what a beautiful way to have this conversation. Thank you for making the time.
Thank you for
Thank you
having
for making the journey all the way here. I think you have broken many myths that people have around men and their vulnerability, be around especially men who are into the fitness world, a certain machoism that is attached to the fitness industry and all of that. And here is somebody who's so openly talking about his vulnerability. So congratulations to you
Thank
for even in that less than 1 minute of reel that you have really
you. Yeah.
challenged and shattered so many of societal norms. And I do want to talk a little bit more, although you spoke very little in that reel, it had a very big impact. Now we have more time,
Yeah.
right? So I want to talk about those aspects of your life where you were in not such a great frame,
Mm.
either mentally or emotionally, physically, financially. And being a young boy living in a city like Bombay, life could have taken any kind of turn for you. What were the choices you made, and how you made those choices, which have brought you today where you are? It could have taken you anywhere.
Yeah.
Give me a little bit of insight into what you, as a 20-year-old, was thinking when you were making some important life decisions.
First of all, thank you for having me. So, as a 20-year-old, मैं थोड़ा खोया हुआ था.
Mm,
I come from a proper Gujarati family और तब मैं जय हिंद में था
mm,
और मैं नॉर्मल कॉमर्स मैंने चूज किया था. So I didn't really have any pressure
mm,
and I didn't have a motive that I want to be a certain I want to get into a certain field
mm,
that time.
mm,
And I mean, things were just flowing,
mm,
and whatever, I was just hanging out with my friends, and my life was a very very normal life, an average college student, not extremely good at academics.
mm,
uh, so that situation kind of shaped who I
mm,
was.
mm,
In my college days, I was very very what do you say, lost.
mm,
And lost in the sense that I chose nothing to do with my career.
mm,
Nothing at all. I was
mm.
just enjoying life or
Mm.
whatever. I was just hanging
So you
out.
didn't have a goal at that time that
Yeah,
this is who I want to be,
nothing.
this is what I want to do.
Nothing.
Mm,
So as a 20-year-old, I was nowhere.
mm,
But yeah, after like my last year of college, I obviously chose to sit with my dad. He had a
mm,
hardware business. I tried that.
mm,
I I I I figured that I wasn't meant for that
mm,
and I wasn't comfortable with it. So I moved on. I moved past that. Then the next big thing that I thought that I was very passionate about was sports.
mm,
So I said let's try this. Let's try getting into this field. So I went into sports management. 2 years of proper MBA, full time MBA I did. That time
mm,
it was in Jahind
mm,
premises.
mm,
So I was back into college doing my
mm,
MBA in sports
mm.
management. That happened. After
Lovely.
that, I interned with a sports management company.
Mm.
Then I worked full time for a
और वो
sports.
अच्छा लग रहा था करना उस टाइम पर?
मतलब अच्छा था, लेकिन मुझे जो लगा था वैसा नहीं था. मुझे ऐसा
हम्म,
लगा था कि अरे स्पोर्ट्स मैनेजमेंट मतलब मैं बड़ी टीम्स के साथ जाऊँगा, वो
हम्म,
सब करूँगा.
हम्म,
बट fortunately, unfortunately, I would say now it wasn't as flowery or as
हम्म,
bloomy as it seemed. It
हम्म,
was more to do with corporate events
हम्म,
and a lot of uh, organizing a lot of events for corporates, for
हम्म,
cricket tournaments and all of that.
हम्म,
It wasn't something that would interest me for the
हम्म,
long run.
हम्म,
And also, I felt financially it wasn't working for me
हम्म,
because I got my MBA in when I was 27.
हम्म,
By that time, when you come from a Gujarati family, you are
हम्म,
expected to get into some business or you're expected to be a lawyer, CA, doctor, engineer, something
हम्म
like that, because you have to move
कुछ
on
ना
and
कुछ हो जाना चाहिए
हाँ,
लाइफ के
कुछ
साथ.
तो अभी अभी फिर बाद में शादी ये वो भी,
हाँ
मतलब you're expected on those lines, sorry,
करेक्ट.
you're expected on those lines. So मैंने MBA कर लिया, मैंने काम कर लिया, फिर मुझे इंटरेस्ट नहीं था तो मैंने वो कॉर्पोरेट जॉब छोड़ दिया. Then I came across this fitness institute called SCA. तो through that I did a very basic functional training course. मैंने वो किया, and
हम्म
throughout my childhood I have always been into sports because
yeah
I was not great at academics. I was very good at sports. Like I used to
हम्म
play all the sports, especially badminton
हम्म
and cricket, but
हम्म
बैडमिंटन बहुत खेला है मैंने.
हम्म
तो फिटनेस मेरे लाइफ में था ही.
हम्म
फिर धीरे धीरे मैंने स्ट्रेंथ ट्रेनिंग भी शुरू किया. आई थिंक इन माई एंटायर extended family or the people who I know, who I've hung out with, my
हम्म
friends, I was the first person to actually pay to another coach
हम्म
to train me.
हम्म
And those 4 months when I trained with him gave me purpose. I was
हम्म
like, no, this is something that I'm interested in. Why
हम्म
not explore this area?
wow
So I did that functional training course.
हम्म
I kind of had that designation of being a functional training
हम्म
coach.
हम्म
देन हमारा दिवाली ट्रिप होता है
हम्म
एनुअली फैमिली में.
हम्म
तो तभी एक आउटडोर गेम्स चल रहा था, तो मेरे रिलेटिव्स ने मुझे देखा कि यार यार तू बहुत फिट है, तू बहुत फास्ट भागता है, मुझे ट्रेन करेगा
हम्म
क्या? तो मैंने बोला श्योर. दैट इज हाउ आई गॉट माई फर्स्ट क्लाइंट. एंड देन उनको ट्रेन करते 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 वर्ड ऑफ माउथ से आई गॉट अदर क्लाइंट्स.
हम्म
एंड देन आई गॉट इनटू फिटनेस, बट आई वाज ट्रेनिंग द जनरल पॉपुलेशन.
हम्म
एंड देन आई वाज लाइक बस अभी एक पॉइंट, सबके लाइफ में एक पॉइंट आता है, सैचुरेशन पॉइंट आता है. तो फंक्शनल ट्रेनिंग कितना कर रहा हूँ मैं, तो
हम्म
कराते कराते गया मैं.
हम्म
फिर मैंने सोचा कि इसमें थोड़ा डीप जाते, लेट्स गेट इनटू द साइंस ऑफ
हम्म
स्पोर्ट्स परफॉर्मेंस. तो आई डिड द मोस्ट डिफिकल्ट कोर्स आई वुड से, which is present in fitness, which is being a certified strength and conditioning specialist,
हम्म
which is not easy. It
हम्म
requires the knowledge of what a doctor knows,
yeah
what a nutritionist knows,
हम्म
and what a sports scientist knows.
हम्म
Everything. You have
हम्म
to know energy systems, you have to know nutrition, you have to know about uh, um, different biomechanics, which was
हम्म
technical. And I
yeah
come from a commerce background.
yeah
तो मैंने किया वो एक्सप्लोर, और आई गॉट इन टू इट. तो मुझे याद है, मैं जब मैंने ये किया था तब मुझे मुलुंड जाना था. एवरी वीकेंड आई यूज टू बी देयर फॉर एटलीस्ट 6 to 8 hours,
हम्म
और वहाँ पे टाइम स्पेंड करता था. बहुत ऐसे बहुत वीकेंड्स थे जहाँ पे मुझे कुछ भी समझ में नहीं आता था, क्योंकि सब कुछ ऊपर से जा रहा था.
हम्म
टेक्निकल, साइंटिफिक.
yeah
मैं कॉमर्स से हूँ,
हम्म
एकेडमिक्स में अच्छा नहीं हूँ. मैं गया.
हम्म
I didn't know what destiny had for me, but yeah, that's how I pursued my journey. And then after that, for the first year, like in the first 2 years of completing that course, I was bad. Like I had to give an exam immediately after finishing my course, and I actually failed. I
हम्म
failed very badly. I
हम्म
was nowhere close to passing. I sat myself down. I was like, आकाश ऐसे तो नहीं होगा. ऊपर ऊपर से जो नॉलेज है वैसे तो नहीं होगा, पूरे बुक को पढ़ना पड़ेगा. तो
हम्म
पहली बार मैंने मेरी लाइफ में वो बुक, एंड इट्स नॉट अ स्मॉल बुक, इट हैज़ अराउंड 600 पेजेस.
wow
इट्स अ लॉन्ग बुक, वेरी
हम्म
डिटेल्ड बुक.
हम्म
तो वो सारे चैप्टर्स विथ अदर रेफरेंसेस मैंने नोट्स बनाना शुरू किया. इट वॉज द
हम्म
फर्स्ट टाइम आफ्टर माई 10th बोर्ड्स आई वुड हैव स्टडीड सो हार्ड
हम्म
टू नो एवरीथिंग अबाउट इट.
क्यों इतना पढ़ाई करी
वो मुझे उसमें पैशन था, और
हम्म
मुझे ऐसा था कि इतना टफ नहीं है, क्योंकि वो मेरा 20s का पीरियड जो था, बिटवीन 20 एंड 27 28, वो इतना मैं मिसप्लेस हो गया था
हम्म
कि वो मोटिवेशन ही नहीं था कि बैठ के मुझे कुछ करना है. तो फिर मैंने एक बार डिसाइड किया कि भाई मुझे दिस ये आई हैव टू टेक दिस पाथ. अगर अगर तुझे कुछ करना है तो यही है, दिस
हम्म
इज इट. सो आई वाज लाइक नो, आई विल
तो
सिट माय
अंदर
सेल्फ
से
डाउन.
एक आवाज
वो
आती
हाँ,
थी
मतलब वो
क्योंकि ऐसा नहीं था कि पहले भी तुमने इतनी परसिस्टेंस से कुछ किया लाइक
नहीं.
यू जस्ट सेड के पापा का काम करने की कोशिश करी नहीं अच्छा लगा छोड़ दिया
छोड़ दिया.
तो इसमें भी तुम्हारे पास ये ऑप्शन था कि ऊपर जा रहा है सर के नहीं करना है छोड़ दूं लेकिन तुमने दूसरा चूज किया तुमने
हाँ,
बोला नहीं
मैं
मैं
ऐसे ही
छोड़ूंगा नहीं
नॉर्मल ट्रेनिंग करा सकता था. आई कुड हैव
हम्म
जस्ट मेड पीपल डू फंक्शनल ट्रेनिंग हियर एंड देयर,
हम्म
बट आई समथिंग इन माय हेड struck that no, this is not where you belong to. You belong to a better place.
हम्म
so I was like, let's get into the science of this, let's study it. तो तभी तो इंटरनेट के दुनिया में यू कैन डू एवरीथिंग. सो मैंने वो किया, मैंने मेरे खुद के एफर्ट डाले. आज भी मेरे बुक्स है मेरे पास, आई स्टिल गो बैक टू दैट. आई हैव क्लोज टू 4 ह्यूज नोटबुक्स विच आई फिल्ड. और वो नोटबुक आज मैं जब खोलता हूँ, ऑन डिफरेंट पेजेस देर आर लाइक 10 स्टिकी नोट्स, स्मॉल नोट्स. मैंने बहुत एफर्ट लेके वो किया. फिर मैंने एग्जाम दिया. व्हेन आई स्टार्टेड, व्हेन आई मेट माय वाइफ, that time I just met my wife, and even she was a motivation for me, because if I wanted something serious, I had to also be a little more responsible. So that kind of was a motivation for me. So when I met her, I was like, nahi chal yaar, now there's even more motivation that I should finish it. So मैं पढ़ाई किया, फिर मैंने एग्जाम दी, उसमें मैंने क्लियर किया. At a this thing I cleared my exam, and that kind of gave me confidence. And then I was like, ठीक है चलो, let's move on. Then I started applying professionally to uh, a lot of rehab centers, a lot of sports performance centers. बहुत सारे places पे मैंने apply किया. नहीं मिल रहा था, नहीं मिला मुझे. But I was freelancing. At one point, I again felt a lot of uh, I had anxious moments, because people always have an eye on you. And ऐसा हुआ है कभी कभी, फैमिली में बात होती है, फ्रेंड्स में बात होती है कि यार कितना अचीव करेगा, ट्रेनिंग ही करा रहा है ना, बाहर जा रहा है, बिल्डिंग में जा रहा है, लोगों को सिखा रहा है, क्या कितना कितना दूर जा सकता है. तो वैसे थॉट्स मेरे माइंड में बहुत आए. लेकिन बिकॉज ऑफ द काइंड ऑफ पर्सन आई एम, if your goal is to be fit, if your goal is to change your life, to be more confident, it becomes my goal. And that was the story with all my clients. And somewhere because of that from the general population, the parents started trusting me so much. And I was always someone who loved kids. So me and my brother love kids. I have a younger brother. We both were always into fitness. He comes from a finance background, but today he's into fitness because we both followed our passion. Just wanted to mention that we both worked together. बीच में और एक स्टोरी थी, जब मेरा स्पोर्ट्स मैनेजमेंट हो रहा था, तब मैं, मेरा एक कज़न है, वो एक छोटी फ्रेंचाइजी भी रन करता था. वो फ्रेंचाइजी का नाम मैं अभी ले नहीं सकता, बट वो फ्रेंचाइजी was about training very small kids. 6 ball games, sports. So वो चीज़ ने मुझे पेशेंस सिखाई. आई रियलाइज हाउ मच आई लाइक किड्स. तो वो सब देख के, दो सर्कमस्टेंसेस, वो नाम तभी मुझे लग रहा था कि क्या नाम बन रहा है, बट वो नाम लोगों को पता था कि ये दोनों रन कर रहे हैं. एंड देयर समवेयर दे सॉ दैट आई लाइक training kids, I like being passionate about things. So parents started trusting me. From that point, I started training a lot of young athletes who are in school, who want to, they are those young years when they want to look good. They're going to college, they want to, impress people around. So I started working with a lot of young athletes, and I am always someone who has a lot of fun with them, but at the same time, I am someone who's very particular about getting the best out of your 1 hour 15 minutes. मतलब आप मस्ती करो, बट ऐसी मस्ती मत करो जहाँ पे आपका कोई बेनिफिट नहीं हो रहा. तो मैं उस पॉइंट पे इंटरजेक्ट करके बोलूँगा कि भाई नहीं, मस्ती अपनी जगह पे अभी, बट आपको करना ही है. So some people like that, some people don't like. My wife doesn't like that, because I'm too strict sometimes. So that's okay. But I'm very like particular about that. That's my passion, and I want to see people. That's why a lot of parents like that about me, because a lot of coaches don't know how to be uh, uh, strict with kids. It's not about being strict, but एक point आता है जब you have to tell them that बस, बहुत बातचीत हो गई, अब let's get to business. और वो एक, I feel young years में ऐसा कोच मिल गया आपको, तो आप में भी वो डिसिप्लिन बाद में आती है. वो पैशन तभी बिल्ड होता है. अगर आपका कोच ही आपको ऐसे ही बात करने दे रहा है, सोशलाइज करने दे रहा है, कि वो आप में इतना इंटरेस्ट नहीं ले रहा है, तो फिर उसका मतलब मुझे कोई इतना बेनिफिट नहीं दिखता है. हाँ, उनके साथ मस्ती करो, बट वो मस्ती ब्रेक्स में करो, या उनके साथ जोक मार लो, या उनको उठा के कंधे पे रख दो, या उनके साथ हैंड स्टैंड करो। मैं वैसे उनके साथ
वैसी
मस्ती
मस्ती
करता था।
करते हैं, yeah.
मैं उनको बहुत शुगर कोटिंग नहीं करता था, बट मैं हाँ, अगर वो मेरे साथ कोई पुशअप अटेम्प्ट कर रहा है, क्लैप पुशअप, मुझे याद है मेरा एक स्टूडेंट था, बहुत छोटा था, बहुत पैशनेट था वो भी। तो मैंने उसको पहली बार दिखाया कि यार सुपरमैन पुशअप कैसे होता है, तो उसे बहुत, ही गॉट वेरी इंट्रीग्ड।
Yeah.
ही इज लाइक, आई एम लाइक, अच्छा यू वांट टू बी लाइक मी, यू वांट टू डू इट, ट्राई सर, बट व्हाट इफ आई फॉल ऑन माय हेड, लाइक सो व्हाट, what will happen, you are here, you're trying to, if it you fall, you'll know how much strength you need. He tried, and to his effort and to my surprise, he did it.
Did it.
And matlab, he did it, and he obviously fell, but he didn't, he enjoyed that. Similarly, मेरा एक दूसरा student who is very close to me, I made him jump 3 tires, small tires. और टायर पे जंप करना मतलब कैसा, बहुत अनइवन सरफेस रहता है, तो उसको डर लग रहा था कि, और मैं टेरेस पे कर रहा था, तो और वो पुरानी चाइनीज टाइल्स होती है, वो उसका वीडियो अभी भी मेरे पास है। तो वो अटेम्प्ट किया, और उसने थर्ड फोर्थ अटेम्प्ट में 3 बार अटेम्प्ट किया, तीनों बार डिफरेंट नीज पे उसको लगा जंप, बट फोर्थ अटेम्प्ट पे उसने विदाउट एनी सपोर्ट ही jumped on that tire. It's supposed to be like a box jump. So he jumped without any support, and the confidence that that moment gave him lived with him, has lived with him till now.
Yeah.
So all their parents come to me and say, sir, they love you.
That's because you're teaching them through fitness and through sports. You're really teaching them some very crucial
life
lessons.
also.
Yeah, these are life lessons.
So, and then I said that these are things, that moments that I live for. I don't want to live for it's not necessary to always live for uh, things that are perceived as by the society as, oh, he made it. For me, it is bringing change in people's life.
Yeah.
Through some instance, or through making them understand what their ability and capability is. And I've done that with a lot of students, lot of
This
athletes.
is what we say, that the definition of success
Yeah.
is different for different people.
Yeah.
Like not everybody measures success by how big a house you're living in, or how luxurious cars, how many cars are you driving in.
Yeah.
It's totally your own definition of success. And if you are bringing this to young kids, and you're giving them such beautiful life lessons, I believe nobody is as successful as you are.
Yeah,
So
मेरा एक
great.
स्टूडेंट है, सॉरी टू, इट्स अ वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग थिंग। मेरा वो स्टूडेंट है, मेरे साथ वो जब 2.5 साल का था तब से मेरे साथ ट्रेनिंग कर रहा है। 12-13 साल का होगा, he must be 12-13 years now. He plays amazing football. Football was his passion. He plays amazing football, and he was always a very shy guy, and he was never a big, growing up he's been very thin, lanky, but recently he went, and I remember once I told him that because his childhood was such that a lot of people used to intimidate him, and in his family also, and in his social circle also, people would be slightly more fitter, or say healthier. He was very thin, so he would sometimes get intimidated. So once I had a conversation with him, I sat him down, I said, देख, तेरे को कोई ऐसा बच्चा कोई आके ऐसे तेरे को ऐसे ही टपली बजा, मतलब someone just gives you a whack, are you going to always take it, or are you going to verbally always tell him? There has to be a decision making skill in you, where you say to yourself that this is not nice, like there's good touch and bad touch. तो तुझे पता होना चाहिए कि भाई कभी वो बंदा कौन से इंटेंशन से कर रहा है। तो अभी वो रिसेंटली स्कूल में गया था, तो एक बंदे ने उसको ऐसे ही कुछ टॉन्ट किया होगा, या उसको ऐसे ही बुली किया, तो उसने उसके वे में वो गया, उसने बोला मैंने उसको पूछा कि तेरे हाथ को क्या हुआ, तो उसने बोला कि कुछ नहीं, वो ऐसे मेरा झगड़ा हुआ। मैंने बोला ऐसे क्यों झगड़ा किया तूने? अरे उसने मेरे को मारा। मैंने बोला तूने उसको वापस उधर ही मारा? नहीं, मैं रिसेस, it was my break time. I said I have some work with him, so he came to the washroom and he smacked him there. And I'm like, I don't want to promote the wrong thing, but I'm like,
he's standing up for
he stood up for himself. Now he'll know that now other people will know that you don't have to mess around with me for no reason. मैं और obviously there are people to take care of
You are a proud teacher that time.
Yeah, but
बजा के आया है.
नहीं ऐसा मैसेज ये नहीं जा रहा है कि भाई आपको मारा मारी करना है or you have to
No,
hit people,
totally
but you have to
understand.
learn how to stand up for yourself.
Correct.
And in these young days only your confidence will either build or break. मेरे साथ भी सेम हुआ था. मेरा कॉन्फिडेंस कभी स्कूल में और कॉलेज में था ही नहीं. फिटनेस गिव मी दैट आइडेंटिटी. फिटनेस से मुझे वो कॉन्फिडेंस मिला. बिकॉज ऑफ दैट मैं बहुत सारे सोशल गैदरिंग्स में बहुत ऑकवर्ड था. मैं नहीं जा पाता था. मैं नहीं बोलता था. आई यूज्ड टू नॉट I didn't have the ability to give it back to people or be what do you say witty. वो मुझसे नहीं होता था. I wasn't a good taker of jokes and all of that. तो फिटनेस gave me that identity. तो मुझे समझ में आया कि खुद का एक सेल्फ रिस्पेक्ट होना चाहिए. वो सेल्फ रिस्पेक्ट को आपको इंटैक्ट रखने के लिए आपको आपके बाउंड्री सेट करने हैं. तो मैंने वो बच्चे को मेरा इंटेंशन उस स्टूडेंट का वही है कि आपको आपकी बाउंड्री सेट करनी.
बिल्कुल.
और ये रैंडमली नहीं हुआ था. मैं इस स्टूडेंट को मैं ट्रेन कर रहा था. और ऐसे बहुत सारे लोग होते हैं. ऐसे सोसाइटीज में बहुत लोग होते हैं जो नीचे आते हैं सेम एज के, खेलते करते. तो ऐसे कभी कभी बच्चे होते हैं जो बहुत कॉन्फिडेंट होते हैं, दे स्पीक वेल. तो दैट ऑल्सो गेट्स इंटिमिडेटिंग फॉर द. तो ऐसा एक इंस्टेंट हुआ था जब वो लोग फुटबॉल खेल रहे थे आपस में और मैं सिर्फ ऑब्जर्व कर रहा था. तो वो एक दूसरा उसका एक फ्रेंड ही होगा, बच्चा होगा, वो उसको बहुत टैकल कर रहा था और विदाउट एनी रीजन वो उसको ऐसे एल्बो कर रहा था. ऐसे उसको जानबूझ के वुड किक हिम हार्ड. then my student came to me and I have a special relation with him. He came to me and said, I hate that guy. I hate him. I don't know what to do. I get so frustrated with him. And then he started crying. तो मैंने उसको समझाया, देख भाई अगर कोई गलत है तो गलत है. फिर तो मतलब अगर तू बैठा रहेगा और तेरे को
उसकी
लोग
भाषा
बोलेंगे
में
कि
उसे
भाई
जवाब देना है.
तू बैठे रहे और तू कुछ मत करने, उसको मारने दे, उसको कंप्लेन कर, ऐसे नहीं होता है. कभी कभी यू हैव टू stand up for yourself. So and then I told him कि what are you scared of? You train with me. Can he even do 5% of what you do? Can he jump 3 tires? Can he do clap push-ups? Can he do handstand push-ups? Can he do all of those things? Can he do the amount of lunges and the amount of running that you do? Can he run as fast as you? I give him that confidence. किस बात का डर रहा है तू? क्यों? If he's doing that to you, why can't you do it? He did it. And then that guy, when he did it, that moment itself, he went in, and that moment itself, he started pushing him again. And the ball was on his feet. The football was on my student's feet. And he came and he tried to do that and he elbowed him that time and he fell down. तब जाके उसको मजा आया. He looked at me and I was like, yeah, that's the way to do it. That's the way to do it. So that's the kind of confidence I like to give to my students and my athletes, and that's what I've been able to do so far.
So when you talk to these students, Akash, and especially children, because I can see the passion with which you're talking.
Yeah.
Tell me if this is true. Are you also reliving your own childhood with them? And are you somewhere being that person for these children that you couldn't find for yourself? Somewhere in the back of your mind, does that happen? That, oh, maybe this guy is me and I couldn't help, but now I will give him the confidence that I needed at that time.
हाँ, मतलब मैंने ऐसा स्पोर्ट चूज नहीं किया था जहाँ पे इतना फिजिकल कांटेक्ट होता है. लेकिन मेरे एक्सपीरियंसेस के थ्रू मुझे ऐसा लगा कि हाँ, इन जनरल के मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि नो, दे you should be a certain way, and I am very clear about it. When you are on the field, you have to do everything it takes to dominate. So physical aspect is one aspect, mental aspect is another one. I might not be the best at it, but yes, I can train you for it. I can tell you that with a level of fitness, you are going to be mentally strong as well. That it goes hand in hand.
So did you miss having a coach like that when you were growing up? Were there a lot of children who were dominating you, and you wanted somebody like that in your life when you were growing up? How was your childhood? Especially because you come from competitive field. You said कि तुम बचपन से sports में हो, और बॉम्बे जैसे शहर में हो जहाँ पर competitiveness is a way of life. How was it growing up for you? Like, have you also witnessed a lot of these things growing up? How did you manage your way around it?
So, growing up, I was not into competitive sport.
Hmm.
Growing up, I just used to go to the club,
Hmm.
play बैडमिंटन, आ जाता था. तभी
Hmm.
कोचिंग की जरूरत नहीं थी.
Hmm.
फिर मैं बहुत लेट उठा एक्चुअली. ऑब्वियसली गुजराती फैमिली से आता हूँ तो टिपिकली स्पोर्ट्स में कोई ऐसा करियर नहीं
नहीं
बनाता है.
बनाते.
तो ऑब्वियसली दैट वाज नॉट एन ऑप्शन.
But you have Hardik Pandya now.
Yeah, but yeah, we have a lot of Ravindra Jadeja, a lot of
Yeah.
Gujaratis, Akshar Patel, all of them are Gujaratis, a lot of them actually. But besides, uh, I actually wanted to get into professional coaching. I wanted a coach.
Hmm.
मैं since the time I was 10 years old or 9 years old till the age of 17, मेरे पास ऐसा कोई कोच नहीं था, प्रॉपर कोच नहीं था. But at 17, 18, I found a coach. 19 years, I found a coach, to be specific. And that changed my life again. And that is, at 19, the coach I got, I remember his name. I I know him. I love him, actually. Leroy, sir. He was, obviously, he played for India. He's won Asian Games. He's won a bronze medal also.
Lovely.
He's a veteran of the game. He taught me how to be a lion on the court. वो उनके पास वो इंस्टिंक्ट था. ही इज टॉल 6 feet something. ही इज टॉल. ही इज दिस big guy. And he taught me for the 2 years everything from my life had vanished. No alcohol, that time shisha was a big thing. No shisha, no smoking, nothing. 2 years I remember. social gatherings तो मेरा बंद हो गया था between 19 to 21. And those were the years where I got into fitness. मैंने जिम शुरू किया तो उससे थोड़ा कॉन्फिडेंस बढ़ा, आइडेंटिटी थोड़ी मुझे मेरी मिली. और वो बैडमिंटन became my purpose. बैडमिंटन, फिटनेस, बैडमिंटन, that kind of got me involved into sports and fitness. तो वो सर ने मुझे समझाया कि अरे क्या नीचे देख रहा है, मतलब why you dropping your shoulders, शेर बन. उनका कोचिंग का वे मुझे बहुत, आई थिंक, जो आपने क्वेश्चन पूछा अबाउट चाइल्डहुड में आपने कुछ मिस किया था क्या, नहीं, चाइल्डहुड में मैंने कुछ मिस नहीं किया. पर जब मुझे when I got to learn from a coach, a proper coach who's played for India, his attitude on court, his life lessons, I have taken that forward.
Lovely.
And that will always stay with me. He's because of him, I think I would be in fitness and sports.
Beautiful.
So I pay all my respect to him for who I am today as a coach.
Lovely.
Because those are the instincts I have. कि थोड़ा vigilant. अरे क्या थक रहा है, what are you getting tired of? चल, 5 more, 10 more. that कभी कभी वो बच्चों को ट्रेन करते हैं तो पेरेंट्स बहुत ये हो जाते हैं कि अरे loud इतना, why you being so loud? You have to be loud sometimes. Otherwise that impact goes away. And that rapport you have to leave it to your coach and the athlete or the student.
बच्चे will mirror your energy.
हाँ, वो अभी आप सब कंट्रोल पे. मैं ऐसे नहीं बोल रहा हूँ कि क्या गलत है क्या सही है, आपको जो ठीक लगे वो आप करो. बट अगर आप कोच और स्टूडेंट को एक रैपो बिल्ड करने दोगे तो वो स्टूडेंट आगे जाके, बिकॉज that student will attract all the energies that the coach has and he has gone through, which is very important. तो मेरे जो 19 to 21 years में जो मैंने सीखा, 2 साल बैडमिंटन और 2 साल स्पोर्ट, नॉट जस्ट ऑन द कोर्ट, मैं रोज 2 साल के लिए चौपाटी बीच पे जाता था विद अ ग्रुप ऑफ पीपल. हम लोग ने बनाया था, रोज 6:30 बजे को हम लोग ट्रेनिंग करते थे, बाय हुक और बाय क्रुक. 2 years ऐसे मुझे लगा 2 साल के, भाई इतना अच्छा खेल रहा है तो competitive क्यों नहीं खेल रहा है. बट by that time it was too late. And by that time I had no knowledge of nutrition. तभी कुछ भी knowledge नहीं था. तो obviously physical development जो होना चाहिए वो नहीं हुआ था. इतना strong stamina ये वो, डिस्ट्रिक्ट स्टेट लेवल पे भी खेलने के लिए, नेशनल लेवल पे यू नीड अ लॉट ऑफ फिटनेस. तो वो सारी चीजें मैंने सीखी है और वहां से मुझे ये मेरा इंस्टिंक्ट आता है टू बी दैट coach of being fearless, to train people to be strong.
Totally. I understand that. I also now want to, since you spoke about your coach and how he has been an inspiration, and now you are becoming an inspiration yourself for the students who come to you. I introduce you as the poster boy of somebody who's very beautifully balancing the physical work that you're doing, and we've spoken about it a lot. I now also want to talk a little bit about what brought you this awareness of working on your mindset. I would not say mental well-being, I would say more of having a very wholesome mindset, your own. While physical well-being is important, there is also a mental well-being which is very important. And you came to me through my very dear Metri, who's your wife. You are her husband. Metri has been on the podcast earlier. I hope my viewers remember it, or they can watch her episode again. So you and I came into each other's universe through Maitreyi, right? And I also remember that just a partner asking her partner to go see a coach or to be open to therapy is not enough. The person themselves also have to be willing and ready. So somewhere I think you were willing and you were ready to do this for yourself. That's how you approached me. But I want our viewers to understand, our listeners to understand, coming from somebody who's coming from such a strong physical background, like fitness and strength conditioning and pushing your limits and all of that, coming into this universe where we talk about surrendering, letting go, going with the flow, it's almost like a contrast.
Hmm.
um how was it for you? First of all, what made you agree to this arrangement that I will see a life coach?
Hmm.
I will talk to her. I will talk to Dheera. I will try to figure out, was it only your wife, then your girlfriend, that you said, okay, for her, I will do it? Or was it something more deep inside you that called you and said, नहीं एक बार ट्राई करके देखता हूँ कि क्या है ये?
Hmm. ये जर्नी मेरी टू वर्क ऑन माई सेल्फ स्टार्टेड actually before we met.
Hmm.
Before that, I had done a small course of 1 month. It was a more of a spiritual course where we
Okay.
had a spiritual webinar every week, once or twice. And they kind of, it used to be a platform where we used to share our grievances in
Hmm.
life and our problems in life on a deeper level.
Okay.
But it was very spiritual. According to me, it was
Hmm.
very spiritual.
Hmm.
Matlab, yeah, that course taught me how to journal,
Hmm.
and that is how I started working on myself.
Hmm.
Second, meeting you or working on the mental aspect um, obviously came because there was a lot that I had to work on.
Hmm.
There was, and throughout my life, I have had
Hmm.
tough times with my family,
Hmm.
and just the thought of being with committed to someone for life
Hmm.
with all these what do you say, past uh, baggage, with
Baggage.
all the past baggage that you
Hmm.
have,
Hmm.
isn't going to be possible
Hmm.
if you don't have the right channel
Hmm.
to communicate with, if you don't
Hmm.
have the right channel to improve the situation with.
Hmm. Hmm.
So I realized that journaling is just one aspect, but I have to be open. I said to myself that I want to be open to meeting
Hmm.
someone who's professional, someone
Hmm.
who's a life coach.
Hmm.
And yeah, then my wife told me about therapy,
Hmm.
uh, and she spoke about you, and she spoke very highly about you.
Hmm.
And that time, more than her being the subject, it was all the past baggage
Hmm.
because of which my behavior towards her was affecting our relationship.
Hmm.
So all that past baggage, I wanted to speak to someone.
Hmm.
You start developing certain behaviors and certain mannerisms because of how you have lived.
Yeah.
And if you've never had someone,
Hmm.
you can't, I'm sure you know that everyone you can't share everything with everyone. There are
Absolutely.
certain things that you just can't talk about.
Hmm.
Even if you want to talk about it, you want to be protective
Yeah.
of either people around you, or
Hmm.
you just want to be protective.
Hmm.
You don't want anyone to get hurt.
Hmm.
So because of that, so much built up inside me,
Hmm.
I wanted to just be open to taking therapy.
Mm.
First I thought अरे therapy से क्या होगा भाई, वो लोग, it'll be more like a preaching hour where someone will tell me how to live life.
Correct.
I don't think, I thought that time कि no one would be able to understand what I've gone through, and they'll again judge me. So for me it was very difficult, but after her pushing me a lot, I started therapy and I met you. And with God's grace, you always had that comforting voice inside you, and that changed a lot of things for me, just talking to you. So I believe that when you share certain things with a professional,
Yeah.
and when you have some professional who you want to share your problems with, and they give you the right sound advice, the sound suggestions, then you will actually be able to heal. Otherwise I would have not been able to heal.
Yeah.
My first thing that I wanted to deal with, when obviously I met you, I wanted to speak to you about my anger. I wanted to speak to you about how aggressive I am, about performance anxiety, about the spotlight effect, and about obviously how to some things to me. When she used to mention, my wife used to mention about anxiety and her feeling anxious, I have I have gone through something similar, not anxiety, but something similar in my lifetime also.
Yeah.
So for me, it was very challenging because I'm already going through, and I'm already dealing with certain situations where mental health is a little tricky. And here also, I am meeting someone, although I'm a very lovable person, fun person, I'm always in my element. But then sometimes when you meet someone who has anxiety,
Yeah.
you have to learn how to understand what anxiety is.
Correct.
Actually, it takes time.
Correct.
तो मेरा आपके साथ इंटेंशन वही था कि मैं कैसे डील करूं एंजाइटी के साथ, और उसके बाद भी झगड़े तो बहुत होते थे. इवन आफ्टर टेकिंग सेशंस फ्रॉम यू, फाइट्स यूज्ड टू हैपन. बट आई स्टार्टेड अंडरस्टैंडिंग कि सारी चीजें इज नॉट अबाउट बीइंग इंस्टिंक्टिव, इट्स अबाउट trying to let go of certain things. ठीक है, if she feels like that a certain way, ठीक है, the world's not going to fall, or your life is not going to change upside down. As long as you're getting your freedom, as long as your uh, uh, my personal relation, I felt after a certain time my personal relationship with her mattered the most, and I didn't want anything to come in that.
Yeah.
Then that's when I started saying that okay, now अभी छोटी छोटी बातों पे मुझे आर्ग्यू करना ही नहीं है, और आई वॉन्ट टू अंडरस्टैंड हर बेटर, सो आई वॉन्ट टू कम्फर्ट हर. ऐसा नहीं है कि आज परफेक्ट है मेरा रिलेशनशिप. वी डू एंड अप हैविंग डिफरेंस ऑफ ओपिनियंस वी आर एबल टू रिजॉल्व आराम से, because we give each other that space to have our own opinion. But sometimes when fights happen, they 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 are quite bad, but they happen very very rarely. And that is, I think, that is progress. That is, and it's always work in progress. Sorry, it's always work in progress, but I feel that is progress. And as long as you're willing to work on yourself and you're willing to listen to your partner, you'll always be happy. And
Absolutely.
my purpose now in life is ये सब मैं करियर के बारे में, आई एम वेरी एम्बिशियस. अभी भी मैं अपने करियर पे काम कर रहा हूँ, लेकिन my ultimate purpose is to just be happy and to live a comfortable life with my partner. बहुत सारे आजकल ये जनरेशन में तो मैंने बहुत सुना है, एंड ग्रोइंग अप ऑल्सो मेरे फैमिली में भी मैंने बहुत देखा भी है क्लोजली कि रिलेशनशिप्स को एक नाम दिया जाता है कि अरे एक बार शादी कर ले फिर पता चलेगा. मुझे तो ऐसा नहीं लगता है. दो इट पीपल माइट से अभी तो बहुत जल्दी है, बट आई थिंक if आपका ईगो बीच में नहीं आएगा तो आप, आई थिंक यू कैन वर्क एवरीथिंग आउट. ईगो इज द बिगेस्ट थिंग that comes in the way of a relationship. If you can put that aside, and if you're willing to work on yourself, then no one can upset you.
And I would love, actually, because Maitri is sitting with us right now,
Yeah.
I would want to invite her in a bit. I want to ask you, Akash, as a person, individual, and I do appreciate the fact that a large part of the coaching that you did with me or the therapy that you did with me was to build a better relationship with your girlfriend then, who's also your wife now. But I have also seen you developing into this beautiful, mature, graceful, very grounded, sensible person that you've become today. Can you put a little bit of insight into how getting to know yourself or working on your own self, how it has helped you become a better version of who you were, let's say about 3 years back? So, what are the changes that you see in your own self after having found your own ground?
uh, मैं perception के बाद people's perception
Hmm.
used to be my biggest enemy.
Hmm.
Till date, it has been my biggest enemy.
People's perception.
People's perception has been my
Hmm.
biggest enemy, and
Hmm.
that is something I've worked on by just working on myself.
Hmm.
I said to वो बोलते हैं ना, दुनिया गई तेल
तेल
लेने.
लेने.
I don't care about people.
Hmm.
ऐसा time आया where I met my wife.
Hmm.
Back then my girlfriend, I met her. My top priority was two things.
Hmm.
I have always been a person who's always wanted to be committed.
Hmm.
Okay,
Hmm.
been straightforward with that.
Yeah.
So I met my wife and that was my purpose कि भाई मुझे अभी settle होना है.
Hmm.
कैसे करेंगे?
Hmm.
I had to work on myself. So then
Hmm.
slowly I learned about gratitude. I learned
Hmm.
about how gratitude can ground you.
Hmm.
तो मैं इतना, और दुनिया में इतना नेगेटिव चीजें ऑलरेडी है.
Hmm.
So I learned how to just give gratitude to every small thing that used to
You
happen.
have, yeah.
Everything in the morning. Oh, ये breakfast खा रहा हूँ. अरे I'm so
Grateful.
grateful that I have this scenario यार, जहाँ पे मैं breakfast खा रहा हूँ.
Hmm.
मैंने travel किया, कोई मुझे compliment दे रहा है. I'm writing it down.
Hmm.
मैंने ये बहुत diligently follow किया.
Beautiful.
बहुत diligently ये मैंने लिखा है. मैं
Hmm.
बहुत लिखता हूँ.
Hmm.
और दूसरा है कि मैंने मैं फिर से रिपीट कर रहा हूँ, बट मैंने आई थिंक काफ़ी डाउन्स देखे हैं मेरे लाइफ में. तो
Hmm.
मुझे ऐसा लगा कि अब मुझे थोड़ा अ, ऊपर जाना है. मतलब आई वांट
Hmm.
टू सी अ बेटर साइड ऑफ माई सेल्फ. तो आई विल स्टिक टू व्हाट आई एम गुड एट,
Yeah.
एंड व्हाट आई एम गुड एट इज व्हाट आई डू.
Yeah.
The work that I do, I love that. So I
Hmm.
just wanted to only work on myself
Hmm.
holistically, mentally, physically. And physically
Hmm.
भी ऐसे अभी 3 साल 2 साल पहले ही मुझे समझ में आ गया, आ, आया था कि what it truly means to be physically fit.
Hmm.
एंड मैं ये अनरियलिस्टिक गोल्स नहीं बता रहा हूँ कि भाई आपको 5% बॉडी फैट रखना है या 6% बॉडी फैट रखना है. आई स्टिल एंजॉय माई लाइफ.
Yeah.
I still have an occasional beer here and there, and I'm proud to say it.
Hmm.
But when I work out, I give it my all.
Yeah.
Like if I have to give an example, when you see Virat Kohli on the field, I am exactly like that when
Wow.
I'm at the gym
I love that.
or I'm playing.
Hmm.
My heart is there.
Hmm.
I'm so passionate about it.
Hmm.
Yes, there are aspects out there also that I want to work on,
Hmm.
which I am working on.
Hmm.
But yeah, that is what grounded me.
Hmm.
And just being humble to everyone, just
Hmm.
being nice to everyone. I'm very nice to, like, whoever I meet in the morning, someone who's made breakfast for me, I'll go and say thank you to them.
Yeah.
I'll talk to them nicely.
Hmm.
ऐसा नहीं कि मैं सिर्फ थैंक यू बोल के आ जाऊंगा, बोला
Hmm.
आप कैसे हो,
Hmm.
क्या किया आपने दिवाली में, क्या किया. आई विल हैव स्मॉल कॉन्वर्जेशंस विद देम
Hmm.
to make them feel that okay yaar, you are also a part of
The
my
family.
progress. I visit the club every day in the morning. I don't have breakfast at home.
Hmm.
I go to the club every day and have breakfast.
Hmm.
So I know there are certain people who I'm going to meet every day.
Yeah.
And every day कुछ भी बोलो, आज की दुनिया में भाई ऐसी सर्विस मिलना डिफिकल्ट है.
Yeah.
आई एम फॉर्चुनेट बॉस, कितने लोगों को तो क्या क्या करना पड़ता है
Hmm.
अपना खुद का ब्रेकफास्ट बनाने के लिए.
Hmm.
मुझे तो सब हाथ में दिया जा रहा है. तो मैं तो वैसे कॉन्वर्जेशंस क्रिएट करना चाहता हूँ. और लोग मेरे पास आते तब कैसे हो आप कैसे हो, तो वो सामने रिफ्लेक्ट होती है, एनर्जीज रिफ्लेक्ट होती है.
Hmm.
तो आई हैव लर्न दिस द हार्ड वे
Hmm.
टू give good energies
Hmm.
and to respect everyone.
Lovely. Beautiful. And I'm now very proudly welcoming Akash, along with his wife, the wife that he has mentioned at least 20 times until now, Maitreyi, welcome. So, this is your second time that you're appearing on my podcast, and I'm very, very happy that, I think I had this visual that someday you both are going to be sitting together and talking about your own selves, because up until now I have spoken to each one of you separately. Like, you had your things to talk about, Akash had his things to talk about. I've really not had the chance to talk to both of you together. And I had this vision that maybe sometime during the podcast, what I'm doing, it will happen. So thank you for making that happen. I also want to tell my viewers that both of them individually, during your own individual sessions, Akash has told me that I never want my wife to do something that she does not want to do, right? And I have heard Maitreyi say, I want to I want to bring out the best things in life for my husband. Right now, these are things that are not, you can't fake these things. I could see the compassion and the deep love from where both of you said these things about each other and in each other's absence. And I know that you both have put in a lot of work in reaching where you are today. um, Akash, since this is an episode about you, we are talking about your journey. um, Tell me, how have you reached this place with your wife where you say, I want to work on myself so that, and you said this before we started the podcast, that I want to work on myself so that I'm a better husband for my wife. Where, from which space does this emotion come from?
It's very visible. It's for everyone. I feel it's your daily reactions to situations. Like when you start living with your partner, or either in a joint family or you start living separately, you understand that there are going to be certain situations that are not going to be in your control, and then you want to be able to be on the same page. We've always had this discussion that we have to be on the same team. That is number one rule for us. Because of that common goal, I want to learn how to deal with certain situations which will always arise. Maybe because of family, maybe because of a third person, some other situation in the building, somewhere, whatever, in general in life. Or maybe something that she said and I am reacting out of my instinct. That is something that I want to be more mindful about.
Yeah.
I don't want to be conscious about it. I just want to be mindful about how I react to situations, and that's why I feel, that I think that answers your question.
Beautifully.
Yeah.
And Maitre, how do you feel? You're like, Akash said, being mindful, and I know that you both are, like I am also, we are all work in progress, but being mindful that, there are certain things which I am bringing to this relationship. I'm bringing something good, but I'm also bringing something which is an unhealed part of me. Being mindful of that and taking that pause and saying, no, it's not about him, it's about me. How does that work for you, and how is it how is it something that you blend into your day-to-day life with your husband now?
Yeah, so honestly, even while Akash was speaking, I realized that when I was pushing him towards getting life coaching or getting therapy, I think it was also because at that time there was something in my mind that was saying Akash needs to work on this. So because of his past, because of his traumas, there's things that he needs to work on. But then slowly over time, I started to realize that there's still a lot of things that I need to work on as well. And one of the big things I actually realized was that I had always had a tendency of looking at myself as the victim, and as like even just women in general as victims, and as men as being people who are harming them or doing something negative to them. But then over time, I've learned that like no, Akash's emotions aren't because he's trying to be mean to me or attack me or be nasty to me. It's his reactions to how he is dealing with emotions that are inside him.
Correct.
And maybe things that happened in his past and whatever it is. And it's just being able to not see myself as a victim and just take more control of my situation and not just be like, oh, look at what's happening to me, or like, oh, this person is being mean to me. I think it's important to just stand up and be like, okay, this person is experiencing their emotions. It's have compassion for it, and then if required, take some space, do your own thing, then come back later when both of you are shant and then talk things out, because that's the
Yeah.
only way
Yeah.
that you can work on things.
Yeah.
If both of you are heated, you're not going to get any
Yeah.
conclusion.
Usually those are the times when we end up having a fight.
Yeah.
When we do take space
When
from each other,
then
Yeah.
we
and we're away from each other for a while, we come back at night, we're more collected.
Yeah.
Thoughts are collected. So yeah, common
Yeah.
sense prevails.
You know, for me, both of you are such beautiful examples of two people who are in love with each other, but they are also in love with themselves. And I think that makes the relationship stronger. From both of you, tell me one ingredient, according to you, that makes your marriage beautiful.
For me, for me, it's um, how much he loves me. That's it. There's not, that is the biggest thing.
Sweet.
That's the biggest. I know how much he loves me, and I think I want to mention this, that she has brought out a side inside me that was there inside me, but I've not tapped into it. And she's and then obviously because of her, I met you. That potential is now starting to come out, and it's very difficult to get someone like that, because otherwise you're just stuck working things
Yeah.
out. But
Yeah.
because she's so driven herself,
Yeah.
she wants the best for me, and I think if it was anyone else, I don't think I would be so driven today. So
She's your biggest fangirl.
she is. That I can vouch for. That I can vouch.
Yeah. And what about you, Maitri?
Yeah, I think it's exactly what you said in terms of like both of us being obsessed with each other and being obsessed with ourselves. Because the thing is, like, I love Akash a lot, so that's why I want him to have the best possible life. But at the same time, I know that I want to live my best possible life. So because both of us are like focused on that, I think that's how it just happens.
Yeah.
Where like, okay, I want to be happy, I want you to be happy. Let's figure this out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautifully said.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Maitri.
Yeah.
So, Akash, like I said in the beginning of the podcast, for me, a very large part of the intention that I have when we are shooting this podcast is that through you, the message of not only just physical wellness but also of mental wellness reaches out to the largest segment of our society, that is the men of our country or globally in general. Those who probably need it, but they are shying away from it. If you had to send out a message to this set of our world, what would it be? And I mean, nothing better than somebody who's actually gone through the journey himself. What is it that you would like to tell them?
I have lots to say.
Please do.
I have lots to say, and I have lots of examples to say.
Mm.
And I am still again on this episode. I'm still agreeing that I am work in progress,
Yes.
and I am very sure, I'm very close to that point where I will be in a very good headspace where nothing stupid can affect me, or nothing others' perception will not affect me.
Perfect.
It's not that I have it's completely gone, but I'm working towards it. My message is pretty simple. When someone talks about fitness, they say 70% of it is dependent on what you eat. Abs are made in the kitchen. 30% is how you work out. I would say if you want to conquer your mind, if you want to actually live a good life, 99% of it is dependent on your mind.
Wow.
If you know how to deal with your mind, you will conquer the world. Nothing is perfect, no one is perfect. This is what I have realized. But there are certain examples that I want to narrate while I grew up. And cricket has been a big part of it. Sport has been a big part of it. So in cricket, I would say 3 people who I look up, and there are more. I might be missing out, but 3 prominent faces are MS Dhoni, Virat Kohli, and Hardik Pandya. I mean, when you see MS Dhoni, people will say all sort of things for him, but only a captain on that field knows how it is to deal with the reactions of 140 crore people in India. Everyone has everything to say. How he has filtered everyone's perception about him hasn't affected the team or the performance.
Mm.
How he made us lift trophies,
Yeah.
only he knows,
Yeah.
because he had control over his mind.
Mm.
I'm saying any person who plays sport
Mm.
at a competitive level,
Mm.
they know how much they know how much attention goes on to them with
Mm.
brands, sponsorships.
Mm.
Everything in their life has to be perfect. People
Mm.
look up to them.
Mm.
But in spite of that, how they handle things
Mm.
is something to learn from.
Beautiful.
I would say no other field can teach you
Mm.
that.
Mm.
Sports can teach you that.
Mm.
So that is a big part
Mm.
of what I would like to say to people, that look at those aspects.
Mm.
The greatest of people have worked on their mental side,
Mm.
and
Yeah.
people who work on their mental health are the ones who get the most amount of success, I feel.
Mm.
Hardik Pandya, at one point, people were swearing at him in a stadium.
Mm.
In Bombay, Wankhede Stadium, you hear people calling him whatnot,
Names. Yeah.
Chapri and whatnot.
Mm.
It's inappropriate. He's played for India. He's one in 140 crore people who got selected to play for India.
Mm.
If you know his journey, where he's come from, how
Mm.
he looked when he was and what he is today,
Mm.
that guy, I have seen him closely. I've met him. I've had an
He's turned his life around.
yeah, and I've his brother as well.
Mm.
It's not easy to come
Mm.
at this stage to
Mm.
go through what he has gone through.
Mm.
Boss, after that you come and you lift a World Cup, you bowl that last over in the
Mm.
T20 World Cup. In you see him play, and there's
Mm.
this aura about him.
Mm.
That is mental clarity.
Yeah.
Imagine 40,000. You just go through 10, 15 people. You have 10, 15, 20, 50 friends you have,
Mm.
and they're bullying you.
Mm.
Imagine 40,000 people in a stadium. Most of them have a perception about you that you are a certain person, or
Mm.
you are no use. Imagine how he must have trained his mind,
Yeah.
with what level of difficulty. And at that
Mm.
time, I'm guessing things in other aspects of his life would also be very tough.
Yeah.
So mental health is a serious problem.
Mm.
If you deal with it in the correct way, he could have
Mm.
gone a wrong way.
Mm.
I could have gone the wrong path. I could
Mm.
have been an alcoholic, or I could have
Mm.
stuck to a 9 to 6 job, and I would
Mm.
have had a normal average life.
Mm.
I choose this life because I like this life,
Mm.
and I choose this life because
Mm.
I want to. I'm happy in it.
Yeah.
Hardik Pandya was happy being a cricketer. He didn't think two ways about it.
Mm.
He was like, I know what my strengths are. I know
Mm.
what I bring to the table.
Yeah.
Let people say what they want to.
Yeah.
Let the bat do the talking.
Absolutely.
Let his performance do the talking.
Mm.
And that's why I realized working on your mental health is so important. So
Mm.
for all the men out there, these are live examples, and there are lots of them in all sports. I don't want to leave out any
Mm.
sports. Even in
Mm.
badminton, even
Mm.
in tennis,
Yeah.
people get mentally trained.
Yeah.
I have gotten mentally trained a lot.
Mm.
And I think the best way to work about it is obviously to reflect
Mm.
on your actions, reflect on your words, and take professional help.
Yeah.
If you fall ill, you go to a doctor. If
Mm.
you get injured, you go to a physiotherapist. If you want to get stronger, you go to a personal trainer.
Mm.
If you're mentally not well,
Mm.
if you're feeling a certain way, you need a professional.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to advocate for some kind of business here, but I'm
Mm.
saying that there are these professionals available in the world,
Yeah.
and in India also.
Mm.
It's just that we don't see them,
Yeah.
and I see no reason why we shouldn't talk to them. And I feel, from my personal experience, when someone talks about their problems which are lying deep within them,
Mm.
and you have a professional who you can share that with,
Mm.
then everything changes, because they are seeing it from a professional angle. It's their job to not judge you
Mm.
and not judge any other character in your story.
Mm.
And that is when you will get a proper response, or
Yeah.
you'll know what exactly you need to do.
Absolutely.
Methods, when you work on the methods, they're very easy, but
Mm.
again, you have to keep working on it.
Yeah.
As I said, 70% is of what your fitness is made in the kitchen, what you eat.
Mm.
If you want to be a good person in life, 99% of of your life has to be about the mental game.
Absolutely.
If you work on that, you are going to, and that's why I realized this. I've realized this late in my life, but I am very committed to working on my mental side and mental health. And I want to reach a point where I know the goal. The goal is to reach a point where nothing affects me. No one's perception affects me.
Yeah.
That is my first goal. My second goal is for me to know everything about myself. I know who I am. I know my ability. Okay, I'll just talk about it in short. My ability is to help someone feel confident.
Yeah.
My ability is to motivate someone through my physical appearance and through my fitness. I know that my physical fitness is at a level where whatever I do, whatever I perform, wherever I perform, people will stand and say that, wow,
Yeah.
he's moving well, he's hitting well, he's performing well. So these are things that I have to internalize about myself before letting doubts enter my mind. And that is what I want to work on. So this is how I am going to approach my situation.
Lovely. And when you are saying these things, what is coming to my mind is how, so we, in a separate world, we both represent two sides of a spectrum. Um, I am a life coach and I talk about mental wellness and mental well-being, and you are a strength conditioner. You are into physical fitness. So these are two different worlds. And when we are talking about a wholesome well-being, how both these worlds have to somewhere meet each other, right? I started my journey from spiritual work, from mental work, and I've done my transformation, but today I am in that phase where I am working on my physical fitness, because somewhere the masculine and the feminine have to blend together to make me a whole person. So when we say that mental wellness is important, I want to emphasize that even physical wellness is important. Just one side of the spectrum may not be enough. So about time that all segments of our society, they realize that just going to the gym is not enough, and also just sitting and reflecting in your journal may not be enough.
Absolutely.
Right? And somewhere we have to bring these two worlds together, and that is the wholesome being that we are all aiming to be.
Absolutely, I agree with you
Yeah.
completely.
Thank you so much, Akash. Thank you for being so genuinely you. I've enjoyed this conversation with you, with Maitreyi. And like I said, it's my genuine intention that the message that you have so strongly put out. And I love that. And I'm so proud of the way you are coming out into your own being, that this message of balancing the physical aspect of your life with the mental aspect of your life, it reaches the people it is meant to reach.
Yeah.
But thank you for being here. Thank you for talking about your life. Thanks a lot.
Thank you to you too. You are one out of two people who brings the best side out of me. So I want to pay my gratitude
Aw.
to you for that. Thank you. And
Thank you
I'll
very much.
always look forward to having a good conversation with
Absolutely. Season 3 again.
you. I'll be there with new stories.
Absolutely. Thank you so
Thank
much, Akash.
Thank you.
Thanks.